Hi, this is Andy from GPS Training. In this short video, I'm going to show you how on Garmin's Basecamp for a Windows computer, you can join some routes together to make one complete route. The situation could be that you've created your first part of a route and you've accidentally came out of the route planning tool and you've selected the create new route again, and it basically creates just a second route, and you may have done that a third time. In the example I'm going to give you, I've got three separate routes that all need to be joined together. So on the map screen at the moment, I can see a deep pink magenta line for the first part of my route, but we can see the other parts of the route are in a lighter pink colour. That's because I've actually got three sections. So this first part of the route I actually did rename as Bannerdale Crags. That's what I've got highlighted in the list file I've got open at the moment in the bottom left hand window on the Basecamp software. If I highlight the second route down and just left click on the second one down, that says Lake District National Park 151-009. Hasn't been renamed yet, but I can actually see that's the end of the route. It's not the bit in the middle. There's still a bit missing in the middle, so it's not actually got them in the right order at the minute. And if I click on the third one down in that bottom left hand window, we'll see when that one opens up. Just move that bubble out the way. It's actually the middle section, so they're not quite in the right order. Now I could rename these all now by right clicking on them and renaming them and making sure they're called Bannerdale Crags 1, 2 and 3, and then it'll put them in the right order. But what you can do when you want to join them together, you can move the order around to make sure they're joined together correctly. So the way we join these three routes together, in the bottom left hand window where I've got the three different route names listed, I use the shift arrow up button on the keyboard on my Windows computer, and by pressing that down I can then left click and highlight one by one all three route names in that bottom left hand window. Once I've got them all highlighted by using the shift up button on the keyboard and left clicking on them one by one, I can let go of the shift button on the keyboard. I've now got all three routes highlighted. You can see they're all got blue shading around the route names, and actually on the map screen we've got this pink colour all the way around. We can see the red arrows showing you the direction of travel of the route. Now to join them together, you simply, when you've got them all highlighted, in this bottom left hand window where you have your three route names highlighted, you right click anywhere on the blue shading of the routes being highlighted, and a drop down box appears, and in that drop down box near the bottom there's an option join the selected routes. So I select join the selected routes, and then what will happen is a box appears on the screen with the three route names. Now what I need to do is I'm just going to drag this box to the side. You can see the route looks a bit strange, the shape of it, because it hasn't joined them in the right order. Now I know the Bannerdale Crags one needs to be at the top, so when I highlight that on this box in the middle of the map page, I can see the orange part of the first section. If I highlight the next section down, I can see that's actually the end section, so I need to move that down the list. So with that second one highlighted, I've got this little arrow button pointing down to the side of this box that's opened. So if I left click on there, that moves it down, and we can now see I've got the third part is highlighted in orange, the second part of the middle part highlighted in orange, and the first part highlighted in orange. So now we've got all three routes the right way around. So if I'm happy with that and want to join them, I simply click on the OK. And what we've now got is a message telling us that the routes have been joined. Would I like to delete the original ones? You can either say no and leave the original ones, and you'll find you'll just have the one new joined route. Or if I say yes there, it'll delete all the original ones, and then what we'll see once they're cleared, we'll just give it a chance. Now I don't know why it hasn't actually cleared it, but what we want to find is in the the bottom left hand window, we've got the original ones there, number one, and it's actually the second one down now where they're all joined together. So just be careful of that. If you click delete the old ones and it doesn't do it, just look to see which one out of the ones that then appear in the bottom left hand window show them all as joined. So I can see it's actually the second one down, so I'm just going to double check that, move to the third one down, just see where that one is. Yep, that's just the end. We can see, you can tell which one is highlighted by the shading. It's a much deeper pink colour. If I zoom in there, and if I click on the fourth one down, yep, that's just that little section in the middle. So what I can do is delete all the ones bar the second one down. So I'm just going to delete the first one by highlighting it, hit the delete button on my keyboard, and then I'm going to make sure that I leave the one that's the complete one, and then just delete the remaining ones by highlighting them and deleting them. I'm just pressing the delete button on the keyboard. You can actually right click on them and you get the option to delete as well. and then I should be left with the one where they're all joined together. Yep, so we can see now clearly on the screen I've got this full pink line in deep pink showing them all joined together. Now I still need to rename this as the proper name again, so where I've got that root in the bottom left hand window, I'm just going to right click on it with my mouse, select rename, and call this one Bannerdale Crags, and hit return on the keyboard. I've now renamed the route and I've got all three joined. It's telling me I've already got a route with that name somewhere in my software, so I would have to give it just a slightly different name, so just be wary of that. But that's now the route all joined together, and I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.